last council meeting, a few weeks ago, we had another, public hearing. What we did is we took some suggestions from the public, and Jordan put those into writing for us. So Jordan, I think what I'll do is turn the meeting over to you, and you can kind of explain to everybody and everybody at home what, we got going on.
Very good. Thank you, Honorable Mayor and Council and honored guests here this evening. Again, Jordan Zeller, helping with the city facilitate their comprehensive plan project. As you mentioned, Mr. Mayor, at the last meeting, several things got brought up. Did you look at, did you consider this? So Nicole took a laundry list of those items. One was actually from the city attorney that they suggested that we do indeed put in the current zoning map, which we took under advisement, and the council decided that would be a worthy thing to do. So we met, I think it was 2 weeks ago tonight, whatever it was, went through, we put the whole map up on, the whole document up on the projector. I had Nicole's list, so I put some ideas out. Some of the things we talked about were implementation. The council, or the task force, decided that it would be wise that if the city council would basically come back and readdress this twice per year, not only the council, but members of the PNC, members of the task force that worked on this, and department heads for city staff, to make sure that what they're doing, their work plan for the year, is reflective of the spirit of the comprehensive plan. That was one of the things we put in the zoning map. We talked a bit about affordability and housing, and how that's a whole wide enough to drive a truck through, and we actually stripped some of the language out just so we're not saying in a certain direction. So left it a little bit more open to interpretation by the city council for needs as they come up, so you're not quite pigeonholed into something. So those were the meat and potato items. After the meeting, we made the updates. They went back out. Nicole sent them out to the interested parties, which would be the city attorney, the neighboring local units of government, both cities and townships, the DNR hydrologist, basically of all those folks, and that they're listed in the resolution tonight that the council will consider as well. But I think heard from the city attorney, and the city attorney said, looks okay. Just to let you know, if you don't mind, Mr. Mayor, I'll just walk you through the next steps, what needs to happen and when. So tonight, after you close this public hearing, the city council, I believe, is gonna entertain this tonight at their meeting. Should they, they basically have two options. One, they can approve it as is, or two, if they want additional changes, send it back down to the task force for updates. If it would be approved tonight, what you would do is, it requires a 4/5 vote of the council, either unanimous or 4 out of 5 of you folks have to approve this. We've got a resolution that records who votes how, just so we can back that up if we would ever get challenged. Say it gets approved, it all gets signed off, Nicole's a notary, notarizes it tonight. Then what we'll do is we'll take all this, put it into a document, and take it over to the county courthouse. The county recorder records it. I wanna say it's $92, don't quote me on that. They may do it at that time, or they may take a week and mail it back to you. It depends on what their schedule is over there. Then from there, it is law, and we'll get copies of those recorded documents, and I'll get it back to you in PDF and Word and yada yada, so you guys can make updates and do what you'd like to do down the road. But that's kind of the Reader's Digest condensed version of the next steps, so.
Awesome.
Questions? I'll stand for questions, or?
I don't have any questions, but I do have a comment for Jordan. Worked extremely hard at this, and you've been a pleasure to work with throughout this process. So kudos to you, and thank you very much for all your help in this project.
And you folks have been absolutely wonderful as well.
Great.
Thank you.
Did anybody on the council or Jim's here, Gerwin? Jim sits on planning and zoning. He was also a member of our comp plan committee. Kyle's been on the comp plan committee as a council representative. Actually, he joined the council after he was sitting on the comp plan, so as a resident both and as a council member. Thank you guys, and if you have any questions or comments about this plan, it's a good time if you think of something to ask, or if you have comments about the plan or anything. You know, we've got some time, so don't be afraid to speak up.
I think all the updates or the tweaking we did, I think we're sitting at a good spot and
Awesome.
time to move forward.
Very good, looks good.
Okay. Steph, do you have any concerns or comments, questions, or anything? Linda? No? You're quiet, Linda.
I'm always quiet.
Does that make people nervous?
Oh, I've gotten her wound up before. She's
Oh,
not
yeah.
always quiet.
Yeah, that's her bring the forks.
Yeah.
Poor thing. You guys are mean.
Well, if there isn't any other comment, anything from, you guys, Ronnie, anybody?
My questions have been answered.
Very good, Ronnie. With that, we'll bring the public hearing to a close. Thank you all very much.
Figured there wasn't gonna be any questions.
Short and sweet.
There wasn't much, I mean, you guys made the changes and
Maybe.
We can just list that as it was
that's
part of
all
this
that really
building.
needed to be done.
Yeah. Sure.
Personally, I think it's a well-developed plan. The nice thing is, it's got public input.
Hey, Scotty,
How's it going, Billy?
going good, how about you?
Yeah,